Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you guys for supporting this channel and the family that we are trying to keep awareness on, and that is Tyrese Gibson, you guys. We're going to talk a little bit. We may not be here long because I only got a couple of questions, unless the family's going to share with us whatever they need to share. I want to tell you guys thank you for always participating and coming on in here. I see you guys in that building. I've got a lot on my mind. I see you, Cheryl C. How you doing? She said Taco Tuesday. Let's see who's in the building. Evelyn, Marsha, Cheryl C., Sonia Watts, Ruby Turner, Avalanche, Katrina. Who else in here? Tina Powers. How you doing, Trina? LaKendra, Patricia, Sharice, Lisa Taylor, Lisa Calhoun, Zena, Valet, Crystal Powers, Wanda's in here. Latina's in here. Diane's in here. 0874 D White's in the building. Ruby Turner. Miss Jessica is in the building. Let me see. Is there anybody I missed? Brown Sugar's in the building. No. Diane Harris, Sonia Wise, Marsha Poole, Wanda, Barbara Calhoun, Barbara Cohen. All right. I think I mentioned everybody is in the building. Nancy LaRose, how you doing? I see you in here. You guys, thank you guys for showing up. Andrea Dupree is in here. Lisa. Hey, how you doing, Lisa? Miss you, lady. Valerie Montgomery is in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. We are trying to get an understanding of what happened to Tyrese Gibson. We are trying to keep awareness on him, keep his name in our mouth, you guys. It's been somewhat hard. I want to share that with you guys. It's been somewhat hard because as we start doing research on this case, you know, I've learned a lot of things. I'm learning as I'm going. And we'll see what comes out of this. You know, hopefully it will be good. And maybe there is some awareness out of this. I kind of felt like the awareness that I wanted to provide is not going the way I wanted to go. Because I thought we was going to come on here and, you know, keep his name alive, talk about the things that he's done and where he come from, his childhood life, all the good things that, you know, everybody missed. And so we didn't get that, which is fine. So I'm wondering when it comes to, hey, G Woo is in the building. I'm wondering if that we can find out more of who is Tyrese Gibson. You know what I'm saying? Because we're speaking about this man, this young man, and we really don't know. We really don't know him. And it may be good, it may be bad, it may be indifferent. But I got a couple of questions, and then I don't have any more questions other than because I do research. We've got a family on here. I'm starting to get a headache, actually. We've got a family that comes on here, and some of you guys know the people that does research for us, and they do a very good job. I'm not going to name who they are. We've got about 5 or 6 researchers. Some of them's in the house right now. Some of them ain't even made it in here. And we basically search and dig and ask questions and try to get a hold of people. And people sometimes get a hold of us, but we do our research. And sometimes we may find stuff that we don't understand. And we've been finding some stuff that we don't understand and asking questions. So sometimes when you want to ask those questions, it's just best to ask the people that know the answers. We did this last week. He says, G Woo, his father says, I miss wrestling and joking around with him. Yeah. And sometimes we know and sometimes we don't know. So I'm going to make that phone call and we'll talk a little bit. But let me make the phone call. I haven't spoken to their spokesperson or the family after the last chat because I've had family emergencies myself going on here. And I'm still in that situation. So you guys bear with me. My mind is always somewhere else. It's not that I don't try to get back with you guys, but I do have stuff going on here in my private life. And but it's getting worked out. The Lord is working it out. So let me find the number. Okay. That's not the number. And I don't know. My lips feel chapped. Let's see. It will be okay. God's got it. I don't worry about it. It's just there's things I still got to do, though, you know. Still things I got to do.
Hello.
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 How are you doing?
I'm okay. And yourself?
I'm doing. I probably should have took me a Tylenol. I kind of got it just started. I mean, it just said ping, like here's the headache.
I'm grabbing a BC powder as we speak.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, my head is pounding right now. But
in the same boat.
Okay. So I had a lot of time over this for last week. We talked and we got some things cleared, and I was happy to hear the things I heard, but it seemed like it was like I felt some kind of way, and I wanted to share that with you. I felt some kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like it was almost like pulling teeth to get to that point, which I thought, with this being for awareness, like it would have been easier for it to just come on out, instead of, how it went down. I mean, that's why I felt that way. And the only way I can explain that is like, like say for instance, if my husband was cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, is something going on? And I said, we need to talk. He says, okay. And I asked him, okay, something going on. Even though he's the cheater, with we're being in this marriage, I shouldn't have to try to grab, like pulling teeth for him to tell me what he's doing. I mean, if we're in this together, it should flow like, honey, I went to the store, some woman asked for a ride, and then, she started making advances or something. I told her to get out of my car. She took my phone. That's why we're where we're at. There's nothing going on. I mean, I shouldn't have to say, well, did you pick up a woman? Who is this woman that answering your phone? What's going on? I shouldn't have to ask that because I'm the wife. My mother used to teach me, you do something or something's going on, don't let it beat you home.
Right.
Because then, just like a wife, like I tell my husband, okay, I can't run behind you and find out what you do or whatever you do. But if we're in this together, we're in it together. But I'm not going to look like no clown for you or nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
You know what I'm saying? So when we do an awareness and we're wanting to love on this boy, I wouldn't call him a boy, a young man, and some people have reached out to me and I felt the same way. I'm like, I didn't know that you guys went to court. I mean, y'all were feeling some kind of way because they had went to court and nobody knew about it. I'm like, the question was to me, wasn't it supposed to be about awareness? And I was like, yeah, I didn't know about it. So I couldn't tell you guys they had court. I found out when you guys found out that court had happened. So, so we do have meetings and stuff, and people do reach out and say, well, why we didn't know. I asked the same question when I was on here. You remember that? I kind of was like, I don't know. I don't know why, because we do have people that lives in that area in Texas. Mainly, Texas is our biggest people. I don't know if you know that. Texas, California, Ohio, Chicago. Those are the ones that's pretty much in the house. But Texas is the biggest. I mean, if I look at my analytics, I'd say they take up like 70% of the people that's in the building. And I had no idea. Yeah, I think that's because of the Cash case and then the Malia Bass case and the Malia Davis case. That's probably why, because they're all down in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So that's why probably some people were saying like they could have went out and supported the family some kind of way, or went and got a shirt made, and I ride up to Texas all the time. That's nothing. That's my backyard to play in it. I know Texas very well. Very, very well. I don't have a problem. And now that I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays, I can come and go as I please on those days. So that day that they had court, I could have actually been there.
The family did say that they will be better at sharing those dates, those upcoming dates, and making sure that everyone knows when court is coming up, and when certain other events are coming up, so that way, part of it was them being unaware. People wanted to participate, and then part of it was a trust thing, but they see that you are making them a part of your family, and therefore they feel like now they have that backbone that's been missing for a while. If you understand what I mean.
Right. Well, did they go to court last week? Or any of this week? For the last week?
To my knowledge, no. Mr. Wooten is in the chat. I don't recall them going to court last week. I do know that some things have transpired since we last spoke.
Okay.
But as far as court is concerned, not to my knowledge.
Okay. So is this something you can share or not share, or?
Yes.
Okay.
We spoke on last Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
We were, Mr. Lane, Jamarion Lane, we were told, and I continued the actual call recording on this, by the jail that they could not see him getting out on a PR bond and all of these things, and literally the next day he was out on a PR bond.
Who?
And Jamarion Lane, Dinky. So he is out, and he is walking quite freely.
He's out now?
Yes. So freely that they ran into him just over this past weekend.
So his bond was $60,000.
No.
What do you mean it was
He
not?
got out on a PR bond at the $1,200, and this was, again, I continue to call, verified with the jail and the court.
G Woo is in the building. He says no.
His bail was not $60,000. That's what he's referencing to. So that is, of course, disheartening.
So did he go back to court?
No. He did not go back to court. No. At least this is what we are being told. He did not go back to court. So we were being...
Well, I don't know. The last time you guys said that he was out, he was still in there.
Right. Because they had said that he was supposed to be getting out on a PR bond. And then when he was supposed to get out on that Tuesday that we spoke. But whatever transpired, he ended up having to stay in there. Called the jail. Jail says, nope, can't see him getting out anytime soon. Next day, he's out. So this is where things get frustrating and confusing, and we're calling, asking questions, and we can't get any real straight answers. Because how is it that you tell us, on Tuesday, last Tuesday. And like I said, I can send you the calls. They're recorded. It's not a problem. And there's no problem releasing them.
Well, they can't just, okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know Mr. Wooten's in the building. He says no court. Here's the thing. We know that there is a law. Okay. I'm just trying to make sense to this. There's laws. If there is no indictment, you can't just keep holding someone.
I understand.
Right? There was no indictment, right?
There was no indictment.
Okay.
The grand jury got pushed back, and it got pushed back, and it got pushed back. So
is that why he's out? Because there was no indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if there was an indictment, you have to have evidence to have an indictment to come up. Is it the attorney that did not go to court and ask for them a date for court, because they make the date while they're in there? You can ask the judge, okay, here's the date. They don't have court where everybody shows up. He goes in and says, okay, Your Honor, we want to indict this person. They give a date. How long was he in there? Dinky was in there more than 300, 400 days, right?
Correct.
That's almost a year. And there was no indictment. Huh?
Right. Initially, it was blamed on COVID. And then the grand jury was supposed to convene on the 25th of October. Or, I'm sorry, on the 25th, I do believe it was September. Then they were supposed to convene the day after he had the PR bond thing, where the judge said he had to be released because they had failed to indict him or to convene the grand jury. And then it was pushed back again to this month. So the judge, again, had no choice. Like you said, there are laws. So since they could not get a grand jury to convene on time, they had to let him go.
Okay. So they can always pick him back up.
Right.
Right.
It's just hard for this mom and dad to be walking around, and he's not enjoying himself, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He is not enjoying himself. Oh. I just know that they are they were hurt to see it. I mean, they understand the process. Well, as much as one can understand the process. And they understand that there's laws. But it doesn't hurt any less to see somebody walking around free.
Right. I understand that. I understand that. But, I mean, you don't want to take the law and get angry with the law. You have to make changes. And if you don't go vote for particular people, then you end up with stuff like this. And then you be mad. Everybody's mad. But then you couldn't pay them to go vote. No. You can't pay them to go vote. They won't go vote. And it could be your child, my child, anybody's child. And then when situations like this come up, but here's the thing. See, I look at it in both shoes. I look at it in the Wooten shoes, because if this was my child, I would be on that DA's tail. Where's the indictment? Where's the indictment? I know that this kid can get out. Where's the indictment? Where's the indictment? Oh, if you guys ain't indicted him, maybe I need to get an attorney on this to get him indicted. What do I need to do? What can I do? I know there's no book, but here's the bottom line. He needs to be indicted. Maybe you guys need some help. Maybe the DA needs some help. I need to hire somebody, because we need to get that indictment in there so he won't be walking.
They've asked those questions to the DA. I won't say his name again, simply because, of all the issues we had the last time, but he definitely had the time to do so. And they've asked him, what can we do on our end to help you in this case? Because sitting around is not working. Do you have assistants that you know can help you? What can we assist you with? What do you need help with? And
so someone says, so he didn't have a grand jury hearing?
No, not as of yet, no.
Does he have an ankle bracelet?
Now that Mr. Wooten could answer.
I mean, you know, if he do, if he don't.
I personally don't. I do believe that was part of the contingency on his PR bond, was to have the ankle monitor on. That is part of the contingency. Now, when they saw him recently, I don't know if he had it on or not. Again, I'm not in that state. But they did see him, so I don't know if he had on the thing, but I know that was supposed to be part of the contingency of his release, which was to have the ankle monitor on. Same thing with Derek Hicks. He does have his monitor on.
Okay. In the Malia Davis case, Darian wrote a letter stating he wasn't indicted within however long, then release him. Yeah.
I remember that.
So that's exactly what I said, Lisa. They needed evidence to present to the grand jury. So is there not evidence? See, that's what gets me. All these people, you said 9 people, and now all of a sudden they don't have no evidence.
They claim they have evidence, and they claim that they had just recently got new evidence on the day that they said the PR bond was supposed to happen, that they had recently gotten new evidence that day. So I don't know how long it takes for them to go through this evidence, but they said they had recently gotten new evidence.
Okay.
So it's a possibility that they may have needed more time to decipher what to present to the grand jury, because it could be the current charge of aggravated kidnapping. It could be an increased charge of aggravated kidnapping resulting in death or a harm. They could even be going for a capital murder. So when they're deciphering through this evidence, they have to decide what they know that they can win when presenting it to a grand jury.
Okay.
That is our understanding, and it's happened in many cases. Same thing with the Breonna Taylor case.
Says, is this individual being spoken of, or they people who were there, or is this just by association? Is this individual being spoken of, are they people who were there, or is this just by association?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I think they're asking, maybe they're asking the person speaking as you, or were you there, or was by association? Or the person you're speaking of, was they there, or was they just by association?
No, this person was actually there, not just by association.
Okay.
If I'm understanding that question correctly.
Okay. She said this case is just getting started. How you doing? Elaine Bruner's in the building. Hey, how you doing? Make sure you guys share the video, share the live. Sharing is caring. They claim they have witnesses. I heard that straight from the prosecutor's mouth. This Joy Hartman says this.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
They claim they have witnesses. I heard that straight from the prosecutor's mouth.
I would concur with that statement.
Okay, so do you know this person, Joy?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And that statement would be factual.
Okay. There was another question. I don't know what the difference between a PR bond and a regular bond is. I have no clue.
Well, I can help with that.
Huh?
I said I can help with that. I know where I live. There was a case of mistaken identity with myself. I was able to be released on, here it's called OR.
Right.
On your own recognizance. And a PR bond is the same exact thing, personal recognizance.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Okay. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot what this kid's name was. I mean, his legal name. What was his legal name?
Jamarion Lane.
Jamarion Lane.
Okay, the people that was providing all this information, was they there or they heard it from someone that was there? I don't know who that
What jail
person
was
is.
he in? It was it Cherokee?
Yes.
It was Cherokee jail.
Yes.
See, I just see now when I hear something, I'm more like, I don't know, because I don't like to go over something and then come to find out I done spent a whole hour, 2 hours, and that information was not so.
Yeah. So just like you did the last time.
Okay. Cherokee jail, Texas.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to find out the
phone number?
Yeah. You said Cherokee County Jail?
I got it right here.
Oh, I'm calling them. I just want to see if they tell us, if they're holding him. I don't know. They may give me another number or something. Yes, could you tell me if you guys are holding Jerron Lane?
Jerron Lane?
Yeah, Jeremy Ron Lane.
Give me 1 second. You know, whenever they would have came in?
When would they would have came in? Oh, they've been there for a while, about 7-8 months. Last name Lane, Lane. I know he was there last week, but I hear that he's out. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. He has been released on bond.
On bond?
I do believe so because he's not in my paperwork.
Okay. Was the bond a full bond of the $60,000?
That I couldn't tell you. Well, I mean, if that was the case, all he would have to pay would be 10%.
No, it was $600,000. So the 10% was the $60,000. So I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I can't look that up right now.
How can I find that out? I mean, how can I look it up?
I really don't know.
Huh?
I really don't know how you could.
Okay, so there's no way I can find out if he paid the $60,000, or did he go to court for something else and they lowered the bond or something?
That's a high possibility, but the best thing for you to do would be like call tomorrow morning. So that you can talk to the court officers and they can give you more information on that.
Okay.
They get here around 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's no way to find out how he got out, what he paid. So is that just assuming that he got out on a PR? Because they can't tell you, they can't find out, they can't figure out. But your attorney could tell you.
When I send you the recording, you'll be able to hear what someone else at the jail, and this is where I believe everybody needs to get on one page with them, because it seems like some people know something different than somebody else. So we were told that he had a bond of $650,000, that he was not getting out anytime soon, and they could not see him getting out on a PR bond. The next day, he was out.
Well, you know he had an attorney, right?
Yes, we're aware of who his attorney is. Then when we contacted the courthouse, because we asked the same questions you guys asked, when we contacted the courthouse stated that it was a PR bond, and it was for the $1,200 or whatever for the ankle monitor. And this is where that came in at. But this is what I'm saying. The jail is telling you one thing, the court's telling you another thing, and of course the streets are saying something completely different. So it gets really confusing as to what's happening.
Well, only thing I can think of, and I mean, only thing I can think of, I mean, and it's just being honest, you know, whether I'm in my feelings or not. I mean, if he wasn't indicted, anything, he could have got out on anything. He could have just told them, let me out. And they would have to, because you can't just keep holding somebody and not indict them on the charges. You just can't. I mean, to be honest with you, they only have a limited time, and the limited time is usually 90 to 160 days or 120 days or something. I mean, 120 days for it to be 300. The Texas jail or the Texas police had doubled the time to bring the charges forward. Indictment only takes 1 day to say, guess what? We got this piece of this lid. We found it in his pocket when Mr. Lane was arrested. This lid was connected to the bottle that did whatever. We want him held because of the safety of the community, and they agree on it. You're done. You can indict this lid. You can indict this right here easily. Just have something as evidence, right?
Right.
Anything. And because it's their job to make sure the safety of the community. So people think getting indicted is, it's a big thing. You can indict just by word of somebody said something. So you mean to tell me the people that they got in jail right now, Brianna and whoever else is still left there, because now Cameron's still there. Is that the only two that's left?
It's the only two that are left in there at the moment.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Okay, so something's not making sense here. Something's not making sense. Okay, I got a question. Because so I don't know if you can answer this question.
If I can, I will get somebody on the phone with Ben.
Okay. So we've been trying to figure out, like, sometimes to figure out who, you gotta know why. Sometimes you're trying to figure out who would do this and who could be involved in. How can it be 9 people involved? And everybody's like so for sure that there's 9 people involved. And I'm saying to myself, if this is true that there's 9 people involved, then this has to be gang related.
Okay.
It has to be. I was told by one of our family members, this is gang related from day one. They said, SP, don't touch it. And I said, well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what goes on.
Okay.
So as we've been going through, this person was in the gang. I never was in the gang, but I'm from the streets. But I do have people in my family. And I do associate with those people. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they know me and I know them. But nevertheless, So we kept searching and searching and searching and searching. And something popped up. Because was Tyrese in the game?
Not to my knowledge, he was not. I know I know some people that are in the gang down there, but how about I can get his mother on the phone if you like, and we can ask her or Mr. Wooten if they had ever heard about him being in a gang.
Okay.
So if you give me 1 second, I'll call.
Okay.
And get them on the phone. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. I got hot water here. I should have went upstairs and got me some cold water. This is really dry water. I'm gonna be more thirstier. Oh, let me clear my screen here.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello. Hi, I have Miss SP on the phone, and she's live for Tyrese today, and she has a question for you.
Hello, Miss Wooten.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I just had a question to ask you. I just wanted to ask you, was Tyrese in a gang?
A gang?
Yeah, a gang. Like, was he affiliated with a gang?
No. He hung out with a lot of boys, like normal boys do. But the whole time they was around me, I didn't see no gang affiliation and no whatever, but no.
Okay. So is any of your family affiliated with a gang?
No.
Okay.
I have 2 nephews. Well, I have more than 2 nephews, but I have 2 grown nephews. And and my uncle was like 60 years old.
Okay. So
we don't have a lot of men, women outweigh the men in our family.
Okay. So
I don't know what the game stuff, but they can let me know about the game stuff, but I don't know nothing about the game. Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Okay. Are you driving right now?
Yeah, I'm on my way home.
Oh.
But I got my hands free on.
Okay. I wanted to share a picture, but I don't know if can you look at the picture if I put it on the screen?
I can see it.
Oh, okay. I'll put it on the screen.
Well, if that is Dinky, it's before he gained a lot of weight.
So I don't know who that is. You said that's Dinky?
I'll send you the picture. I can send you the picture.
Oh, I didn't know one of them was Dinky. You said one of them's Dinky?
He kind of looks like Dinky.
I don't know what Dinky looked like. So, I mean, maybe that was going to be the second question or something. I don't know. I know who two of them are. I know who two of them are. So is that Tyrese in there?
Yes. 3 of those pictures are Tyrese. One is not. I'm sending this.
Right. The one in the middle. The one in the middle is not, right?
No, it is not.
Exactly. But is that Tyrese's cousin? Because they claim that that's Tyrese's cousin.
I haven't got the pictures. I just sent it.
Okay. So let me go ahead and share with you something real quick.
Oh, wait. Mr. Wooten says he can what? I can call him. Okay. He made an album for Tyrese. Because him and Tyrese are really close. So, yes, that is my son that's around there. He made an album for my son. And my son's name because they're really, really close. So, yes, that is my son.
That is your son. Okay, so he is in the game. That young man is in the game.
Who?
The one that made the video. Song and video.
The one who made the video of the game?
Yeah.
I can't deny Uncle Bird because I don't know if that kid is in the game. I know what my son was about in. So I can't speak on other people's children as far as what they're in and not in. So because he made an album for my son, does not make my son a game member.
Okay. I'm not.
Let me confirm that.
Okay. So you're saying your son's not in the game. Okay. But okay. So I want to.
No, he's not. He is a singer from down here. I don't know what that song.
No, he is not. He is a singer from down here. Okay.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
He's a rapper. But okay, so did you know he put out a song in your son's name? Is it body for body, bullet for bullet? 2 days after your son came up missing?
They put out what? A song 2 days after he went missing.
Okay, your son went missing on the 22nd of August. On August the 25th, this song with that picture on it for Tyrese, bullet for bullet.
Bullet for bullet?
B for B means bullet for bullet.
But B for B says for body.
It can be body for body. How tomato, it still means the same thing, right? Right? It's affiliated with it.
Right. I'm trying to understand. So because this young man made a song for my son because they are mad. I mean, they have the right to be angry. My son is still missing, so they have the right to be angry. I haven't even listened to this music because I don't even listen to that type of music. I did hear about the album. I did hear about the song, and it's supposed to be body for body, not bullet for bullet.
Okay.
So I did hear about the song. So I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not going to put my son in a game because that little boy hasn't even ever been to my house.
Okay.
So I know every little boy that Tyrese hangs out with. He might have hung out with him somewhere else, but he didn't hang out with him at my house. And everybody in that game from my house to just for me and him.
Well, I did listen to the song somewhat. I didn't listen to it all. He calls Tyrese his little cousin, and he says that y'all caught him slipping, and you got my little cousin.
Well, that is true. They did catch him slipping. But just like some people call people their grandchild, he calls my son his cousin, I guess. Everybody ain't blood to say they your cousin. I call people my sister, they got my sister.
Right. I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with that.
He made the album after. Okay, so Mr. Wu is commenting. You're driving. Mr. Wu seems to have heard the song.
He made the album after my son came up missing. Yeah, we looked at it. It says it was August the 25th. But that he put the. But so what I'm getting at is not trying to slam your son or say anything negative of your son. I'm saying this song came out, this bullet for bullet, body for body on the 25th. They were still looking for your son. So I'm thinking, why would a gang member, gang associated, NFL? His name is NFL. His name is NFL. He's very well known. He's with Number 7. He's with Mo 3. You know, these people all got shot down there in Dallas, right? Mo 3 got shot down there in Dallas. I mean, I don't listen to rap. My kids listen to rap. I know about how they're all interconnected. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm sorry that this young man. I'm not insinuating your son was in a gang. I'm just saying when NFL put this record out, he called your son his cousin, and that he got slipped. I mean, he slipped, or he was slipping, or whatever. So this is all like all this gang stuff going on. You see what I'm saying?
It makes it okay. So it makes it look like Tyrese may have had some affiliation with him claiming him. You get what I'm saying? So I understand it. It makes it look like he was he's claiming him, so it makes it look like Tyrese was affiliated in some shape, form, or fashion. Oh, well, I wish I could get this young man on the phone so we could be like, yo, Tyrese was not in this or that.
Well, he just did an interview a couple of...
People got to think what they want to think, and people are going to say whatever it is they want to say, so I'm going to let them say what they want to say and think what they want to think. At the end of the day, my son is still missing. I don't care what he was doing. I want my son home. So all this other stuff, I understand. But where is my son? Because that boy can make $1 million songs. But if my son ain't here, these people in Palestine are still guilty of what they've done. So I can make a song. But if my son don't appear, then it don't matter who I'm affiliated with. If I made a song and then this person don't disappear out of thin air, I don't even know what this will say. People are going to say what they want to say. That's why I leave my face to the card. They're going to say what they want to say. People are going to do what they want to do. It don't matter what I say. People have their own opinions. I have my own opinions. And that's it. So they're supposed to be angry. They're not supposed to be happy that my son is with this, and they're not supposed to be out, oh my God. If it was a retaliation thing, I'm pretty sure these kids would have been done something, but they don't even seem like the case. They're just angry. And they have the right to be angry. I'm angry. My son been missing 400 and something days. I can tell you again this. But I also understand, and listen to me, Lance, I understand that it looks like an affiliation. So clarifying that, heck, I got, like Ms. Epstein said, she got family members that have gang ties. I got family members that have gang ties. So if, God forbid, something happened to me, and one of my family members put out something, you know, body for body.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When we look and we're digging and we're searching and we're finding, when we even can ask a question in that, and I know it's very, you know, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes, Miss Wooten. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. But to even ask the question, the anger and the frustration, like, you know, like, how can a person have awareness when they're even scared to ask a question? This is just a question that was just asked because of the picture came up. And NFL is very well known. That's the young man in the middle on the bottom. And he did, and the only thing he said, like I said, I listened to it, but I've been listening to a lot of stuff lately. So we've been really digging. We've been really searching. We've been trying to find who's associated with who knows who that we can talk to figure out something. That's how you get to it. But if Ken ask the question to the people that would know, then what are we supposed to do?
I understand. I'm just hurt. I'm confused. I just want my son home. And sometimes I feel like I just need a breather. So I understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. So I do understand. So don't think I don't understand, because I'm trying to look at stuff from every point, and I don't want people to feel like, oh no, we can't answer no questions, because if I don't know the answer to something, I can't give nobody an answer if I don't know it. So
right.
I'm not trying to I'm just frustrated. My feelings are hurt most of the days. I can't really think straight half the time.
All right.
No, look, you're driving, so you can't. We don't need you flying and driving. So,
well, we just wanted to know was NFL was really keen to Tyrese, but it did make it makes a difference that song was put out on the 25th. The song did not make the situation better. Because when you know what I'm saying, okay, because he came up missing on the 22nd, then the song came up on the 25th. Everybody was still looking. Nobody know who was who. We were just, you guys, I wasn't involved. But as I go back and look at information, nobody knew nothing. And that song come out. And it's directed to some people. Who? Dinky? Cameron? Who is it directed to? Because it's obvious this NFL knows something. He said, y'all caught me slipping. Y'all got my little cousin.
Maybe we need to reach out to him.
Okay.
Because this is the first time hearing about it. So if we can reach out to him and see if he's willing to speak with you, Mrs. T, are you up for that?
Well, I seen him on he had an interview with the young man. And so he's moving up. He's done moved up. He's with number 7. He's with, he knows all the big rappers and everything. And he's a very nice looking gentleman or something. His rap is okay. I mean, in time he'll work on it or whatever. We'll reach out to him. But I was one that, to ask the question and then like it just goes south, it's like I just said, it's almost like pulling teeth. I just wanted to know, was they really blood kin? All the rest, I don't know. I don't know what that was about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. This is a mess and a half. And,
well, you probably learned.
You gotta dig through the mess.
I mean, do you look at that? If y'all knew about the song, did you look at what date the song came out on?
I'm actually trying to find that right now because Mr. Wooten is saying it came out 2 months later.
No, it came out August. It came out August the 25th.
Okay. I'm looking right now. So if it came out, I'm gonna listen.
Oh yeah, I know it came out August the 25th. It came out August. Now it could have came out August the 23rd or 2020. You know, the 22nd. I don't know, but the day that it was posted, it says August the 25th, and that's kind of weird to me. That's really weird. But I remember that date now because that's the day that that other young kid, Julian, came up missing, August the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's in, okay, let me see. His name is what again? I'm sorry. Can you repeat his name for me in that film?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll listen to the song because I've heard songs from different people. This isn't the only one that has been put out about Tyrese.
Some Letha Hall is in the building. Hey, Letha, how you doing? She said, there are no gangs in this little town. Okay. What little town you live in, Letha? Because there's gangs everywhere. There's gangs everywhere. And if you're talking about Jacksonville, if you're talking about Palestine, or if you're talking about Trucker, or you're talking about anything in Dallas, near Dallas, yes, there are. And that's where a lot of them comes from. That's where a lot of music comes from. Miss Jessica says, let's talk about Derek Hicks music while we're talking about NFL. Now, I'm going to get off of here. I've had a lot today. There was some information. I guess you're going to check it out, right? And like I said, I just put everything on the table. I didn't want to come later on. Nobody say, well, why you didn't say nothing or why you didn't ask the question. I asked the question. I was scareful to ask the question because I knew what the reaction was going to be. And then the reaction was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't intended to be like that. You see what I'm saying? It was intended to be like that. It was either, yes, we're kin. No, we're not kin. I don't know. Or we all call each other cousins or whatever. But nevertheless, it's out there. So that can probably help. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about the date, what I'm saying. He came up missing on the 22nd. The song came out on the 25th. Nobody didn't know nothing.
I found it. And I'll look at it. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'll look at it.
G Woo says, call me. G Woo says, call me.
Oh, let me, Mrs. Wooten, collect yourself. Let me call Mr. Wooten real quick. And I'll call you in a little bit, okay? You try to calm down when you're driving home. I'm calling. All right, bye. Hold on 1 second. See if I can do.
Letha Hall says, who is G Woo? That's Tyrese's father. Have to be asked. That's how you get questions or trying to get awareness. Things are being withheld. Example, court dates. No one knew nothing. Hello? Yes.
Yeah, this is Gerald.
How you doing, Mr. Wooten?
I'm doing all right. He came out with that song. That was a freestyle song.
Mm-hmm.
He put that song out after he heard that song Derek Hicks put out called Ransom. That song Ransom is talking about my son, me and my wife's son, Tyrese.
Okay.
So he freestyled after he heard that song. He did a freestyle with that song Body for Body, and he came out with that song. The answer to Derek Hicks' song Ransom.
Okay, but Ransom was put out when?
I want to say 2 or 3 days after my son came up with it.
Okay.
Okay.
But you have to realize this. Before they put the song on YouTube or anything, a lot of people
put it on Shazam.
Everybody hearing it in the streets, hearing that song before they even post it.
Okay, so Derek Hick put out a song called Ransom.
Yes. And there was actually something sent, which I think I still have that information. Something sent with a quote-unquote picture of Tyrese with a busted lip. It was supposed to be a picture of Tyrese with a busted lip. Do you recall this, Mr. Wooten? Asking for a ransom.
Tyrese with a busted lip and a black eye.
Asking for ransom of Bitcoin. They wanted Bitcoin sent to a certain account. This was turned in to the detectives, and they said that they had 3 days or something like that to pay them.
So okay, so what? Okay, hold on. So what are you talking about? There's a picture out there with Tyrese with a busted lip.
Yeah, it looks like a Photoshop picture, but we weren't sure.
And then they asked for ransom. Who gave you the picture of the note?
It was sent via text from a text talk number or online type of number. And this was turned in, and this was after Derek Hicks did the song Ransom. And then all of a sudden, they said that they had 72 hours to pay them in Bitcoin to send it to a certain account. This was given to the detectives. And I do believe I still have that information, and I can send that over to you. I'll go through my records and see. But there was a request for a ransom in Bitcoin because of Bitcoin being untraceable. And this was shortly after he went missing.
Okay.
And I will find that and locate that. We will work together and find that information, locate it, and get that over to you.
Someone in the chat is asking, what did they ask for in the ransom?
I believe it was 3 Bitcoin at the time, which would have been the equivalent at that time. I think it was like $30,000 a coin, something like that.
So there was a song put out called Ransom.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyrese came up missing on the 22nd. Then a song was put out from Derek Hicks, right? DJ.
Yeah.
Called Ransom. Then a song was put out by NFL, B for B. Where's this song called Ransom at? You gonna send me that?
It was on Shazam, and then it was on YouTube, and I believe it was on his Snapchat or his Instagram.
So do you see this? Okay, if these people are that bad, DJ, they're talking about Ransom. He's all in these videos, ganging this, ganging that, gang this, gang that. He's got videos out there. NFL, same way. But Tyrese is in the middle of this.
Well, on that note, I understand these kids from Jacksonville because let me clear this up. my son, you know, he wasn't a bad kid. He wasn't a good kid. We all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone in your community that put out a positive note among the older generation all the way down to the young generation, if something happens to them and they've been taken away from their community, and pretty much most of the community feed off that good vibe, that energy that you have. If something come up missing in you, yeah, you don't have the mentality. Man, they shouldn't have did that. They took away a part of me. So I understand why he came out with that song "Body for Body."
Doesn't make it okay, but
it don't make it no better. But that's the way that he's showing his anger. He's mad because they came and did what they did.
By the time that
NFL Fat Official, he's right here. He said I could speak. I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Okay.
Let me get the link.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, let me find it. He said I could speak. Here's the link in the chat. That's for only but NFL. I don't want nobody else coming up on the panel. He said he's gonna speak. Let him speak. He can speak for himself.
Okay.
Wow, how did he know? How did he know that we over here talking about him?
Someone who knows him is in the chat.
Boy. We asking questions. This is what you get for asking questions. NFL Fat Official is in the building. Just follow the prompts and you'll be fine. I'm going to go get me a Tylenol. Is that okay with you guys?
I just got one. So your turn.
If I get yelled at today, I done had enough. Hold on. Let me go give you a Tylenol. It'll take him about maybe 2 minutes. Hold on.
I'm glad he's going to speak. You know.
Yeah, me too.
Let's take control of it.
All right. I ain't got no Tylenol, but I got some pain reliever. Oh. All right. He's in the building. Hold on, you guys. NFL. Oh, we got big guns up in here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. Okay.
So, I got a little backlash coming up on the phone, family. Okay, NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show a picture. You tell me what's going on here, okay? Would you please?
So you gonna show a picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna show a picture real quick.
Yeah.
You know what the picture is. Let me find it real quick.
I hope I do.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Where'd you go?
At my phone.
Okay. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, my mixtape.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the Wootens on the phone and the spokesperson on the phone. We were asking that picture. One of our researchers reached out and said, hey, Tyrese is on this picture. NFL put this, released a video, released a song dedicated to Tyrese Gibson.
I got a song. I ain't got no video to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you kin to Tyrese?
Something like that. We close. We real close. His family, Jackson, we close.
Oh, but you're not.
I mean, probably somewhere down the line, we call each other cousins. So
Okay, y'all call each other.
yeah, I can't just verify it like how, but yeah, we always call each other cousins.
Okay. So, so Tyrese came up missing on the 22nd. You put you put the song out on the 25th.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, that's about right.
B for B. Could you kind of tell us a little bit about what the song, how the song go, what it mean?
Just off our feelings. That's how we feel. How I'm feeling. Went in the studio and I made it. I mean, I ain't heard it off no. It wasn't no retaliation song or nothing like that. It was just how I was feeling. I was in there. They played the beat. That was on my mind. That's what I just said.
Okay, so Tyrese don't have any dealings with gang related.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I'm glad. Is there anything you want to share with us, sir? I mean, somebody must have reached out and told you we were talking about you.
Yeah. Like a couple people in the city, they like y'all saying some stuff about gang related, all this. Nah, it ain't even got nothing to do with no DJ Hicks, whatever. I don't even know what he was making. Like I've seen a couple of his songs now, but I mean, I really ain't just worried about that stuff like that. I mean, sure, that's just how I was feeling. That was my song I made. And the whole tape is dedicated to Tyrese. And I mean, I ain't gonna fake it nothing. Everything is how I was feeling, for real.
Right. Did you make a song because Derek Hicks made a song first called Ransom?
I never heard of him rapping. I can't even lie to you. But I mean, I heard people saying that, but I mean, nah, this song actually came out just from me just being in the studio already making music. And the beat came, that's how I was feeling. That's simple as that. And it all just went together. I mean, before I was just retaliating, I ain't gonna say that. I don't even want to be caught up in situations they got going right now. So I ain't gonna do nothing anyway.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you spoke for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I mean, because at the end of the day, everybody gonna have, like you said, your researchers tell you it's a video and a song out, right? I mean, that's what you said. I mean, but everybody gonna have their opinions, or everybody gonna be wrong in some places because you know what I'm saying? The song out, but there ain't no video. So I mean, your researcher was wrong right there. I'm real, but I just want to get her. I mean, I ain't worried about nothing with the situation, nothing like that, or something happening, or nothing like that. But I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. Like, if anybody got it, y'all can ask me. I'm on any podcast or whatever. I mean, for Reese, I mean, sure. That's just how the whole tape is about Reese. I mean, I love him. That's how I feel.
Okay. You were real close to him. How long you known Tyrese?
I know Tyrese my whole life. Like, I know my whole life.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm glad I heard it from you instead of we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it ain't nothing crazy like that. It's just, I mean, the song just got made out of how it was. I mean, he probably down there making his songs off of whatever he feeling, some work he didn't do, whatever, I don't know, whatever he want to do. I mean, sure, he can do whatever, this, that. I mean, sure. I do more numbers than him anyway. I'm not worried about what he got going.
Okay. All right. Well, you just did a video or you did a song with Number 7, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you moving on up?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Well, you do that, okay? You done pretty much cleared up the question. I mean, his mom had already spoken, said you guys were probably just friends or close that you guys are going to be friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to share with us? His picture just went out. Okay. He wasn't on long, but he was on. Okay. So if he comes back, I'll let him back in, but it's just a black screen right now, you guys. He answered the question, which mom had already answered the question. I didn't know he was in the building. Somebody said NFL, he's here. He can speak for himself. Oh Lord. They are watching. Oh my goodness. My. Woo. Okay, family. What do you think about that?
I'm glad that he came on and cleared that up. And I know mom is she's frustrated. She feels under attack. She feels like her child is under attack. And any mother, especially in a situation like this, after so long, you just, that mama bear instinct is nothing to be played with.
Oh, NFL is right here. Hold on.
Hey, I got some bad service right now where I'm at, so y'all gonna have to excuse me if I don't hear y'all.
Okay, we have the spokesperson for the Tyrese family on the phone. They got a question to ask you.
Okay.
NFL.
What's
I
up with
just
it?
want to know, can you tell us, since you've known Tyrese your entire life, and we all have different relationships with our friends, our family, our pastors, stuff like that. What type of person was Tyrese to you? I mean,
anybody can tell you Tyrese is one of the goofiest people on this earth. That's why it made me so mad. I mean, I understand they probably don't know Tyrese, but we knew Tyrese. Like, all he do is play. You can ask any teacher at the high school. All this dude do is play around. He ain't no bad person. But I mean, everybody make their mistakes, like they say. But he is not no bad person at all. And at the end of the day, I feel like no matter any situation, you shouldn't do what them people down there doing. Like, I mean, if they did it or not or whatever, or if they had something to do with him being missing, I feel like the way that they going about it is completely wrong. I don't care if they don't know him or not, because Tyrese was a good person. I mean, I can't explain it no other way. A goofy, happy person. Like, I never seen the bad side of Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? Can't even lie to you. I ain't even trying to take up for him because it's my friend/cousin, but I never seen a bad side of Tyrese. I haven't. It's just a goofy dude every time I see him.
have you, I'm sure the streets are talking, but have you heard anything that you think might help the family? And if you did, would you tell?
Hold on, I can't even hear it. Can you ask it for me? Cause I can't hear the phone.
Okay, she said, okay, go ahead and say it again and I'll repeat it.
I said, have you heard anything? I know the streets talk, but have you heard anything that might help the family bring him home? And if you did, would you tell his family?
Did you hear her,
After that,
NFL?
one more question.
Hold on, it's blacking out. He's done need a bad spot again.
Yeah, the service was bad now.
So I'll write it down. You're asking, has he had? Okay, he's completely off the thing right now. Do he know anything? Is that what you're asking him?
If he knew anything, if he heard anything that would help the family, would he tell them? Just to, I know they say, the streets don't want the streets talking,
Okay.
like that, but if he knew anything, would he tell the family?
Okay.
To help bring Tyrese home.
Okay. NFL, you there?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all keep losing me. My bad.
Right. She was
I'm
asking,
trying to stay on here. It keep kicking me out on my service bad right now.
oh my. y'all need some cocks down there.
I can't even hear y'all.
You can't hear?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear
Oh
us?
man, hold on. I mean, I can't even hear y'all chopping up, but I know y'all can hear.
Okay, we're gonna wait till you get it right. So if he heard anything or knew anything.
Yes, and if you don't mind, I got one more question after that, and I'm thank you so much for letting me ask.
Okay,
I just want to know what kind of impression he left on Tyrese. What kind of impression Tyrese left on his wife.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna mute if I don't lose wind. Okay.
Okay. So if he comes back on here, he's probably trying to somebody named Scalam Little Boston says, go back outside NFL and come back in. Miss Philly G says, yes. Salem says, yes, I can see it. I pray for this young man too. My God, cover and watch over him and guide his footsteps. In Jesus' name. All right, Avalanche, you be blessed. Stand in the yard, NFL. Your service was okay then. Oh, my God. You guys will help everybody.
No, that's Mr. Wu. No, I was just making sure I hadn't lost him.
He said Tyrese was the one who made everyone around him smile and laugh. He repeated it over and over. In Jesus' mighty name.
That he gave the whole community.
Wow.
When you met him, if you didn't know him, and you met him for the first time, you when you walk away, you get saying, man, I just feel like I've been knowing him from years.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Dee says, maybe you should get his info, SP, and pass it on to the Wootons and they can speak directly. It's, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. He's not nothing small, you guys. If you think he's just small, tiny or whatever, because you know, he's known. When I'm saying these names, guess what? These names is all around the world know. These people know. He's rapping with these type of people. He's just not on the streets just rapping. They have to pay money and get in there, and they're making a name for themselves. And this is what it's all about. But somebody always knows somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? We're all connected some kind of way. Who did I just tell was a cutie? Pez. Since someone in the chat is connected to him, have NFL call USP. And you guys can check him out. He's got this song. It's on YouTube called B for B. Check it out. And there's other stuff. We're just trying to keep the ball rolling here. I don't know if he's coming back. I'll give him. I wasn't gonna make this cast long. I only had those 2 questions right there because people keep saying it's going off into a gang thing, and I'm like, I don't know. It does seem like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just my opinion. Because I find one little piece and then I got a question about it. Then I find another little piece and I got another question. And then you just came up. Here he come back in the building. All right.
We got all the answers to most of all your questions.
Okay, let me get him back in. He done went and stood in the middle of the yard.
Yeah,
NFL.
man. I had to run up the road. I had to go up the road.
God, you must be really in the country.
I don't know what it is on this side of town, Jacksonville. Service bad.
Okay. So the question was, if he heard, have you heard anything or knew anything that could help? There's a backlash in this phone, you guys. That would help the family.
I mean, not that I know. I mean, really all the stuff I'm learning as I go. Like they'll probably know more than me. I wish I did. I can't lie to you, but I really don't know.
Well, the mom, Tyrese's mother,
Mm-hmm.
she's not understanding none of this.
Yeah, I mean,
She is so
like,
hurt. Did you not hear her earlier?
I ain't hear talking when I tuned in. Somebody sent it to me. That's how I found out about this. I mean, but I ain't hear it. But I already know what she's going through from previous times. I mean, that's somebody's child. Like, I mean, and then people bragging about it. I mean, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually surprised. I mean, that they handle it the way they is. I mean, they strong people. Like, that'll hurt anybody. Somebody bragging about doing something to somebody's child. I mean, I can't even imagine it. That's what hurt me so much. Like, I gotta watch his mama go through this. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that we were close with, Tyrese, and we watch his mama do this, and then people laughing and bragging about it. I mean, that make anybody feel some kind of way. If you don't, you're heartless. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm all about protect the family and stuff, but I ain't that heartless to do nothing like that to nobody. I mean, I don't know. It's lame in my eyes. I can't lie to you. I got zero respect for him.
Okay.
I mean, but like they say, everything be in God's hands. I mean, it'll play out. I believe
Right.
in karma and all of that. I mean, it all play out.
Right. They got one more question for you.
Uh-huh.
They want to know, what kind of impression did Tyrese leave on your life?
Man, like I said, I mean, kind of like live life and smile every day. I mean, that's just what he left. I mean, like that's all he did, play around. Like you never seen him mad or nothing. Like he just played around. Somebody that really enjoyed life. You know what I'm saying? He make people just enjoy life. You having a bad day, Tyrese come around. Tyrese can come walking down the road. By the time he get halfway to you, somebody laughing already. Like here he come. And you know what's gonna come. Just straight energy, straight good vibes. I mean, people don't understand how good of a person he really was. I mean, but like they say, people make mistakes still, but man, Tyrese ain't no bad person. Yeah, he a goofy dude. He just left that impression of just live life and smile every day because that's what he did 24/7.
Right. Did you know any of the people like Brianna and Cameron or
Nah, I
DJ?
ain't know. I don't know none of them. I have
You don't
no
know none
clue.
of them?
Nah.
Okay. Well, y'all all went to school together, but you don't know them?
Nah, I don't know. Nah, I think they go Palestine or something. I don't know. We was
Oh.
Jacksonville. We don't even. I mean, we don't even fool around in Palestine like that.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't have no more questions. Is there something you wanted to leave with us, or uh
I mean, that's pretty much it. Continue prayers for the family. We keep praying we find them. BG4L for real.
all right. All right. Well, I guess we know how to get in touch with you. If you say your name, you'll pop up.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't shy. Y'all can hit me up anytime. I mean, I'm gonna clear the air. I'm gonna speak my mind. I mean, whatever you need, I got you.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all.
All right. You take care.
All right, you too.
All right. All right. Family, you still there?
Yes. I think
Huh?
said his name 3 times and he appeared.
He did, didn't he? Isn't that something?
He pulled the Candyman.
Whoa. That's why I tell people all the time, you never know who's listening.
All I gotta say, Miss SP, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Wow.
I hope he stays safe. I hope he makes it, and it sounds like he has great respect for not just Tyrese, but the family. So I hope that some of those that are having some serious doubt, and I'm not saying it can't be gang related. It just is not gang related. As far as Tyrese is part, I mean, no one can affect him.
Right. Well, I did have more questions. I would have asked him. I would have loved to ask him, but we've been on here for an hour and 38 minutes, and I got a lot of thinking to do. Because every time when you're looking for something and you run into a brick wall or you run into something that you didn't expect or something happens, you don't make decisions real quick. You just marinate, think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's something else. Okay.
I guess you can make more questions next week, or if you have any during the week.
Well, yesterday, Information Man came on here, and he said he's trying to get you guys over there. Actually, I don't know if you looked at it, but if you go back and look at yesterday's show, I mean, wow, you kind of, I mean, you know what Information Man is all about, right?
I watched them. They haven't. It's just been a scheduling thing. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. We're gonna work that out with them, but and then it's just been a scheduling thing. So just give us a couple days and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I hope Miss Wooten all right. I don't want to upset her because she said she was driving. That's why I didn't even want to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. All right.
I'm glad NFL came on and kind of hopped right on in there. So the hard questions are going to be asked. Court is going to be a lot worse.
Right.
A lot of things are going to have to be said. And
it's a lot of stuff going to come out too, family. A lot of stuff going to come out. I mean, if I'm scared to ask a simple question like that, that's simple to me. That's a simple question. I can't even get to the other stuff. Trust me, I can't even get to the other stuff. And there's more questions, but I mean, that right there was the easy question. And I didn't even want to do that question. But when you go to court, it's going to be much harder because if you think people's not going to pop in, say what they want to say, they're not going to worry about crying. They're not going to worry about tears. They know that, that the circumstances is he's not home yet and nobody knows where he is and nobody's telling where he is. They understand that. But at the end of the day, they're going to be like, look here. They're going to bring out some stuff that you guys ain't going to want to hear. And you got to be prepared and ready for it. But not only that, not get so angry where people won't ask you the questions because you'll never get to the truth. Got to ask the questions. Right. Because what if I never asked that question? NFL wouldn't have showed up. He wouldn't have showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I told everybody the day before, I only got 2 questions. It ain't even going to be long, y'all. Y'all might as well come on in. It ain't even going to be long. Now, we done did almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just on 2 questions. It got real sentimental. And then, nobody want nobody crying. I mean, that's going to happen. I know. My brother's gone. My mother's gone. 2 my brothers gone. And my mother and my father. but not that kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And even if we're speaking on subjects like that, I still get into it. I know it's different when there's being harm to the person that not here, or I don't know, still missing. Put it like that. They still missing because we don't know. We just know what they're telling us. But it's got to be some truth to what they're telling us, because why would these people be in jail? And then now we're finding out they ain't got no evidence. Everybody's saying they got this evidence. Well, where's it at?
I think that it's going to take the court, it's going to take the district attorney and the marshals and everybody involved to produce this evidence and really start to care about this case. And it feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm in my feelings because the system has been failing me lately. And I'm seeing it in real time in front of my own eyes, how things slip through the cracks and how people are getting away with stuff, and it's literally right in front of the police and the district attorneys. And before it was hard, but and it was always a question, well, how is this possible? Or how is it this many people are failing this family or this or that? But when it starts to happen to you, then you start to see.
Oh, I understand. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But I mean, I look at so many mistakes that everybody makes all the time. I mean, God, I see so many mistakes everywhere. I see a lot of mistakes. I just do. I see a lot. I see a lot. I see a lot.
Do you mind if I ask Mr. Wooten? Mr. Wooten, you just gave an open invitation to Miss SP to answer any of her questions, right?
Well,
hard or not hard?
No. I'm just saying, like, there's not a book on how to do something, and every case is different. But I mean, like, stuff like, where's the attorney? You know what I'm saying? Okay, don't have money for attorney. Start rallying up people, getting enough money for attorney, get the supporters out there, walking and talking and showing up with signs, putting the pressure. You got to put pressure on DAs. You got to put pressure on them to indict and stuff. You got to keep talking. You can't go to the people that just got numbers. I was a little bit. I'm not a jealous person, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I did reach out to them and spoke to them, and they was going to come on. And I was like, okay, good. They're going to be in a safe place, right? And then next thing I know, they were on Injustice Investigation. And we got way bigger family than them. They may not showing up because of all the things that's been happening with our channel, but we're getting it back. But still, we got attorneys, we got lawyers. We actually got a lawyer in Texas. We actually got one in Texas. And you know what? For the life of me, that's when they reached out and was like, if you ever need some help, whoop de whoop de whoop. I mean, it's gonna cost some money, but we will help y'all out or whatever. It was for me. It's for anybody that if we trying to do something or they need some help. So when they went somewhere else, I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Now, I can't even remember where I did with the number because we didn't need no help. I think I was going to get in some trouble down there on the Malia Bass case, but it worked out. You know what I'm saying? But that was when all that was going on. But that's why I just said, I'll just let it go, But you know what I'm talking about. So, like, that could have been in their advantage. You know what I'm saying? That could have been in their advantage instead of, being on a channel that was for clicks and views. We're not for clicks and views. That's what people don't understand. I mean, if there's 10 people in here, I mean, we still gonna come on. There's 1,000 come in here, which we done had thousands before. We gonna come on. I mean, it's gonna go out to whoever God sees fit. You know what I'm saying? We make our calls. We do our research. We gonna ask the question, but we don't want to put out nothing but what is the truth. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, that's the only thing. Like, I mean, I can't speak for her son, but to be honest, I don't believe that doing anything that illegal and lying and conniving is gonna make him happy. You know, especially if he's in somewhere else looking down at us, you know, that's not gonna set good. It don't set good with God. So and if he's up there with him or in the weight place or whatever, it ain't gonna set good. And we doing some nasty, we as bad as them. I'm just saying. And whether we like it or not, and that's hard, especially when it's like more like a homicide instead of just a regular, death or situation that somebody just disappeared. You just don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the harder. And I know my mother told me I couldn't tell you how hard it is. I know it has to be harder but I did have a nephew that what he did, let me tell you what my nephew did. He turned the age of 18 and his father, my brother, put him out, which I told my brother not to do that. Age is a number, but he's not smart enough. It was on his birthday, he put him out. He decided to go rob the dope man. Okay? Yeah, he did. He decided to go rob the dope man. What happened was, as all his homeboys and stuff was running, the dope man had a hidden gun, pulled it out. He shot my nephew in the back 3-4 times in the back. My nephew is the only one died. Okay? I didn't go to the funeral because, first of all, I just don't go to funerals unless, the family say, we really need you there for the support. Then I'll go. But I just believe, like, once we leave here, we're going to be way better than here. This living here is sometimes, most of the time, is not a good thing. So I'm just being honest with you, but we're going to make it as happy as we can. But so I don't go because people would think I'm kind of, different the way I, think about death. So I don't want to say those things to somebody that's dealing with that. They're not ready for that conversation. But nevertheless, so I didn't go to the funeral, but my family was like, let's go get him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, hold up. What are y'all doing? He in the wrong. What was he doing that? No, y'all stop. That don't even, sis, he didn't have to shoot him in the back. And my sister-in-law crying. My brother's crying. My nephews and nieces is crying for their brother. And I feel for them. But that is what they call street justice. And we had to live with that. Ain't no retaliation. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you my story, and that's a true story. I'll have my brother come on and tell you. Now, he ain't gonna tell you he's over it because they still angry and they still mad. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
As I stated before, and in a situation that I'm currently going through,
right,
where people are, riding with their family simply because it's their family, and you can't ride on the side of wrong, regardless if it's your family or not. You have to think logically, and most of us go off of emotion, or we automatically think oh, that's my mama, that's my friend, that's my sister. But that's how people get hurt, going into situations blindly, not realizing that it's your mama, your brother, your sister that's the problem or the person. And here you go walking into something that you don't know about, calling yourself supporting or protecting these people, and the situation, you're not doing anything but enabling them to continue with said bad behavior.
Right.
So
right.
I tell my son all the time, ownership and responsibility is imperative, and you can't expect for me to ride with you if you're in the wrong. Now, if you're in the right, I have you all day long.
Right.
When you're in the wrong, you have to own up to it.
Exactly.
And you have to think logically and not act off of emotion.
All right.
Because I can't protect you if you out here doing anything. Thank God I don't have that kind of a kid, but that still needs to be instilled in him.
Right.
In case he decides to do something, or in case he decides to do something that he don't have no business doing, hopefully he'll think twice that mama may not be able to be there.
Right.
Mama's not showing up if I do something stupid.
Right.
And so far, that training has kept him, God has kept him, but that training has kept him from getting into anything I have to worry about.
Right.
And we need more of that.
Right.
We can't get mad when the neighbor comes to you and tell you, hey, your child is doing such and such and such and such. Investigate. Find out. Now, some neighbors are just messy. But find out. Like my grandmother used to say, and I'm sure everybody else has heard it, your child's mouth ain't no prayer book.
Right.
Meaning they don't always tell the truth. Kids lie. They don't want to get in trouble. Adults lie. So
okay. You know what?
Get to the bottom.
You know what? Let me say this, and then we're gonna get on off here because I've got another meeting at 7:00. But I think there was one person that did reach out to me for you guys. Okay. And if you guys need some advice from someone, I think they said that they would do it, pro bono, free or whatever, or they would assist you any questions or anything. And there is an attorney, not in that state though. They're not in Texas, so they can't practice in Texas. But if you need some guidance on what to do or what's happening or some questions or something, I can reach back out to them and see if that's still available. And you know what I'm saying? And I know that these people are not connected to anything or anybody. I know that for sure. I know that for myself. If they need some advice or, you know what I'm saying? Like what to do and how to go about it or whatever.
I think I lost Mr. Wooten somehow, but I'm sure that they would be ecstatic to get some help and to get someone to give them some advice.
Because, with that person not getting an indictment, not even going to the thing for the indictment, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, baby. All right.
Well, we appreciate the time. Of course, as always, thank you to yourself, your mom, your chat, everybody who's praying for them. I'm going to continue to stick in here with them for as long as God allows me to, because I told them I would.
Right.
And we definitely appreciate.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure I got that person. I'm pretty sure I got that other attorney's. I got the name program. I just need to remember the name. And call him up. He's in Texas. And it's a he. It's not a she. And see what he's talking about or something. Just so that, like that indictment should have been done. I mean, just so that, you know what I'm saying? Unless there's no evidence. I can't understand why they didn't do the indictment. You can't make somebody do an indictment if they don't have no evidence.
True.
So I'm thinking that's the problem. And if that's the problem, wow.
So we got to figure out why. But I will definitely, I'm sure Mr. Wooten is either watching or they're both watching. And yes, if you can find out that information and if that person is willing to help, I'm sure they're more than glad to accept it and, do whatever they can to, give it this person. And if you need those receipts, as they call them, including the ransom messages that they received, or anything else, just please reach out and let me know.
All right.
And they'll be in your email in a heartbeat.
All righty. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, family. I told you guys it wasn't gonna be long, and it's 2 hours. I don't even remember taking it. I don't know if I took a pain pill or Tylenol or not. I'm gonna take another one because this headache ain't went nowhere. You would just imagine people popping up, say their name 3 times, they'll pop on up. We know how to get some people. We know how to get people in the house, don't we? We just say their name 3 times and they start popping up. Hey, y'all looking for me? Yeah. We got to ask you some questions. Anyway, you guys, I want to say I appreciate NFL coming over here and giving, I really do like asking people themselves and let them say what's going on, because sometimes you listen to what people say, you may not believe it. You may still not believe it or believe it. I don't know. I mean, it's good that they come and say it for themselves. That way they won't say, SB, that ain't how what I meant. Okay, say it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when all of this start, if it ever do go to court, the way that it's looking to me, and I'm just being honest, the way that it's looking, these 2 done got out. One's out on bond. Both of them's out on bond. PR and one a bond. Okay? There's still 2 more still in there. All right, you guys. Like I said, I only had those questions, and we'll dig some more. But until then, you guys, be good, be safe. We will be here tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Central Time. It will be exactly 1 hour. But when we have a guest come running in like that, skirt, you know what it is. Hey, we want to listen, because here we want the truth. All right, you guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye. Uh-oh, somebody's calling already. Here we go. Tyrese Gibson disappeared August the 22nd, 2020. He was last seen at his residence, picked up by a young lady named Brianna. 4 suspects have been arrested in the disappearance of Tyrese Gibson. The 4th suspect will be tried as an adult. Any information can help. If you know anything, please call Jacksonville Police Department 903-586-2549. If you see something, say something.